Corn posted losses for the fourth straight session on Wednesday. The markets anxiously awaiting USDA's acreage and quarterly stocks reports on Monday. Ag Day's Michelle Rook has a preview with Darren Fry in Markets Now.
Joining us with markets, Darren Fry, Water Street Solutions. We do have these big reports coming up at the end of the month from USDA. First of all, acreage. A lot of speculation about where corn acreage is going to come out, especially with some of these PPP acres. But is it even going to show up in this report?
Yeah, I don't know about the PP acres. Anybody that couldn't get planted, they'll probably have to do some resurveying for that. I don't know how many acres that would be, but a lot of the crop was planted by the June 1st time frame, and so if things go according to plan with what we saw in profitability and kind of some projections earlier in the year, I would expect that we're going to get this 5 million acres of corn and maybe even 5.5. So I could see this report being up a little bit on corn and a little bit down on cotton, a little bit down on soybeans as well.
And why do you think that? Why do you see those little nuances or shifts?
I think it's just about profitability. The farmer is looking at his break evens and what he could make planting corn, planting beans, obviously planting cotton, and corn really was favored over soybeans. I think cotton could be a little bit less just because of PP and some of the problems they had getting that crop in. But I think the bankers were even in support of the farmer planting more corn based on insurance-based prices and just what the profitability was. You couldn't pencil beans and make as much money, and so I think a lot more people planted some corn, and we had some good conditions to keep planting.
We also get the quarterly stocks out, and those are always a really difficult thing to prognosticate. But do you anticipate we're going to see maybe higher corn stocks just because of what's been happening with basis levels and the spreads?
It could be. A lot of people are theorizing that that's one of the reasons July D's and July SEP spread's been so weak. It could be that. It could be less feeding. It could be that too. Feed's overstated. It could be the crop was too low in January. A lot of those things are thought to be part of the reason. But stocks usually create a lot of volatility. I don't know what we'll see. It's hard to guess. We'll have to see what the numbers are, but a lot of people are looking for that. If everybody's looking for that, it's not an unknown, it's a known, and that probably won't happen, is what I always say.
Yeah. We're not looking for much change in terms of quarterly stocks for either wheat or beans, though, are we?
No, I'm really not. I think the surprise be on corn.
Okay, we'll wait to find out. Thanks so much, Darren Fry, Water Street Solutions. We'll have more Ag Day coming up.